Hi, thank you so much for watching our webinar on DuPage CRIS, the Community Resource Information System. My name is Laura Wines. I'm a Senior Research Coordinator at DuPage County Community Services, and I am here today just to give you a little bit of background on DuPage CRIS, give you some information on how to search for resources, what type of resources that you'll find on CRIS, and the best way to share those resources with your clients and with those that you are interacting with at your volunteer positions. Our objectives here today are to understand the purpose of CRIS and your role in making it better, to develop an understanding of the parts of a resource record and the indexing system that is used, to conduct an effective resource database search, and to learn how to share those data with clients and the community. Our mission is to provide a comprehensive and reliable resource database for DuPage County, covering basic human and economic needs. This means that we're trying to help people connect to human and economic needs around the county that they might not have knowledge of, and to effectively communicate that information to others. We use the AIRS resource database standards to help us govern our website and make it the best it can be, make sure that it's reliable and comprehensive and consistent. AIRS standards are also applicable to information and referral calls. Those are the first 6. Ours are the next 6, and they include advising that we should have an inclusion-exclusion criteria, so what we should have written down, what we include, what we do not include, to help us accurately and reliably add new information in and make sure that the database is helpful and not too crowded. Our data elements should be consistent. We should be capturing the same information on each resource. We should be classifying and indexing that information reliably so it's easy to find. And we should be running quality assurance reports to make sure that everything is consistently up to date and correct. The inclusion-exclusion criteria that we work with is defined on our website and also here. We have a database meant to combine services meeting essential human and/or economic needs, targeting areas including education, legal, aid, food, health, transportation, income and financial resources. So kind of anything that is working to make people's lives in DuPage County healthier, safer, and more fulfilled. We tend to target nonprofits and government agencies for inclusion. Sometimes we do include for-profit agencies, especially when they have services for no fee, for a sliding scale for those who can't afford their full fee, who accept government payment, or if a nonprofit offers a service that just isn't offered anywhere else, we will consider that for inclusion. Each resource record is going to look generally like this run. We'll start with the name of the resource, the address, the website and phone number. The description is going to be a quick distillation of all the services that a resource provides. It's not going to have value judgments like world-class or highly effective, but just a quick read for you to find out if the information that they offer or the services that they offer are applicable. eligibility is going to include if there's a geographic restriction, if there's an age restriction, if there are income limits that apply, if it's only for women or if it's for individuals of a certain descent or background. That will be listed out so that you don't recommend it to somebody who does not apply. And the intake process will be the steps that somebody would need to take to get services, including if they need anything with them, like a photo ID or proof of residency, to receive those services and register. The hours are the office hours, and the date of official change will hopefully for each record be within the last year. Our goal is to have a yearly update for every record. So as that date approaches for each record, we will go in and make sure that all that information is still accurate and up to date. If something changes in the meantime and we find out that there's a different address or phone number, we of course will go in and make that change. The third standard, standard number 9, is that there should be a classification system or taxonomy helping us to index each record and make sure that the information is searchable and easily retrievable. You might remember taxonomies from high school biology. Taxonomies are a way of hierarchically classifying information so that you can see the relationship between different levels and different subgroups. The kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species obviously is from biology, where you can see different levels. So living things split into bacteria, archaea, and eukaryota. And they split further until we get to animals, where we are located at a further level down. Bloom's taxonomy, also a main means of taxonomizing information, in this case, behavior and skills. Ours is the AIRS 211 LA County Taxonomy of Human Services. It's found at 211taxonomy.org. It classifies information into groups including basic needs, education, healthcare, income support and employment, and mental health and substance abuse services. So each of those breaks down further, and all social services are included under one of these categories. As you can see, basic needs splits down into food and other categories. Food splits further to subcategories including emergency food and meals. And each of those breaks down further into more specialized programs like food pantries or food vouchers or home delivered meals. And as you can see, each of those subcategories is related to the categories that go above it. So home delivered meals is a part of meals, which is a part of food, which is a part of basic needs. For our website, we index only primary services. Primary services are services that somebody can contact an agency directly, never having received resources from them before. And as long as they fit the application criteria or eligibility criteria, receive services. So if a food pantry offered food and clothing, those would be primary services. Secondary services are services that are only available to clients of the resource of the program. So if there was a tax clinic that people could get childcare during, childcare wouldn't be listed on their resources, on their taxonomy, because somebody looking for childcare who didn't need the tax clinic wouldn't be able to just to bring their kids for childcare during that time. So now that we have a quick overview, background of where the standards come from, what the governing ideas are for DuPage CRIS, we can start looking at the actual website and seeing how things can be searched for, how they can be easily found. So let's go over to DuPage CRIS. And DuPage CRIS, obviously located at DuPageCRIS.org, will bring you first to this page. It is our home landing page and contains our new guided search tool, which we implemented in the summer of 2016. This guided search should be an intuitive way for you to search for resources, to look for information on what is available. So the first step is to choose a location. The location you can choose from counties, from cities, or from zip codes. And the default will be to include all providers that give services to residents of that area. So if something is located in Naperville but serves Naperville and Aurora and Warrenville, if you search for services covering Warrenville, that service would be included. You can also search for only providers that are located in a selected area. This can be helpful if somebody doesn't have transportation but needs a service that they can walk to. That way you can search directly for something that is located in the area. So looking for providers covering the area of let's say Carroll Stream. We scroll down to choose a category, and these are our general categories, which are roughly related to the taxonomy head categories, including food, health, wellness, and dental, income support, legal and public safety. These are search categories that are extremely broad. So if you're searching for food, there are a lot of different things that you could be searching for. So once you click on it, you'll be brought down to narrow that search down. And you can see, you can look for food pantries and vouchers, for meals being served, and those are all in the category of food, but provide very different resources. So food pantries and vouchers that serve Carroll Stream will come up with .30 results. As you can see, there are a lot of resources available, and each resource will look something like the earlier resource I showed you. So Bloomingdale Township General Assistance, again, has the address, phone number, website, offers the description, the taxonomy, primary services that we have classified it with, eligibility, and the intake process, hours, and the official change. The related resources are if it is part of a tree where Bloomingdale Township has multiple resources because it has multiple departments. That will give you a quick little link over as well. So that was the guided search. If the guided search doesn't give you quite what you wanted, we do have another option. However, there is a word of warning. As you can see, you are probably used to Google searches, and Google is an amazing company that has a lot more money than us and has spent a lot of time and money developing searches that are intuitive and can suggest what you want before you even finish typing. So you can go on Google and say, what is the best pizza place in Bolingbrook? And that will give you a number of very applicable answers. However, if you search what is the best pizza place in Bolingbrook in our website, it would look for a resource that had every single word included. So you wouldn't get any resources. Just like this, your interpretation of what a hot dog is not going to necessarily be the same as what this database is searching for. It will search for anything that has the words hot and dog, and that doesn't necessarily have the background that our minds add to it of, oh, when I'm talking about a hot dog, it means the ballpark snack. So with that word of caution, if you don't find a category that works for you in the guided search, all you need to do is go from the choose a location to choosing a category, and instead of clicking on one of these boxes, just enter a custom topic. Keep it short and sweet. The less words, the better. So if you were looking for healthcare, it might be better just to search for medical or to search for a clinic. So if you search just clinic, you will get good results that will serve the Carroll Stream area still. So as you can see on the results screen, they still have this Refine Your Results tab, and you can use the plus button and enter in further keywords or add a physical location if you did not search with the physical location, and update those results to narrow those searches down. As you can see, 59 results is a lot, so you want to be able to distill that information to the most applicable information. So again, the listing is what you will see for each one. And now that we have kind of the background of those two ways to search, again, the guided search will help you make it intuitive, but add a last-ditch effort. If there's not anything that seems very applicable, you can use that custom search topic. So we will go through and do a little bit of a resource treasure hunt, get you to have some practice on looking for resources. So the first one we are going to look for is community meals that are located in Downers Grove. Alrighty, so I'm giving you a little bit of time to search through. Hopefully you have found community meals in Downers Grove. If not, we can go through together how we would best search this. So first we would select a location, city being Downers Grove, and we want providers that are located in Downers Grove. So we would search include only providers that are actually located in the selected area. Next, we would choose a category, and community meals, as we saw before, is located under food. And next, it would be under meals served. So clicking on that, we see that there are two results coming up. Downers Grove Community Church offers a caring community kitchen, and St. Luke Presbyterian Church offers both a warming center and a nutrition congregate meal site. So looking more, it's a weekly free community meal, and there's no eligibility requirement, and the process is just to walk in. So that is the first search that you have successfully, hopefully, conducted. So we can move to our next treasure hunt clue. We are going to look for financial counseling that is available online. Alrighty, so hopefully you've had a chance to find financial counseling available online. Again, we'll go through and see if we manage to use the same way or if there are multiple ways to find this. So because we're not looking for a specific location, we can skip this first step and choose a category. Out of all these categories, which there are many, income support is going to be the one that includes financial resources, so we're clicking through to income support. And though it doesn't say financial counseling specifically, money management is a close related concept to financial counseling. So we'll click through that. And as you can see, there are 21 results. You don't have to look through each of those 21 results. Instead, go to keywords and click in all of the words and add online, and it will look for the word online in all those 21 resources. Update those results, and GreenPath offers online financial counseling to individuals in the area. And that information is what you need to know for GreenPath. So just a couple more tries for you just to get a little more comfortable with searching. We're going to look for a health clinic located in the 60106 area code. Again, feel free to use the guided search. If you can't find exactly what you need, feel free to use those custom search term and give this one a go. Alrighty, so we have a health clinic to search for located in the 60106 area code. We will want to go to the zip code and find 60106 and select include only providers that are actually located in the selected area. Choosing a category, health clinics will be located under health, wellness, and dental, and under clinics. And we see that the VNA Health Center in Bensonville is in 60106, providing outpatient health care and regardless of the ability to pay. We will next look for anger management resources available to a Naperville resident. So again, go through and find that on your own. Hopefully it's getting a little bit easier, you're getting more comfortable. Again, you will sometimes have to think about alternate names for something if it's not if the search term doesn't exist where you think it might. So give this one a shot. Alrighty, so hopefully you've been able to find anger management services for Naperville residents. We'll start by choosing a city, being Naperville, and including all providers that are covering the area. Next, we can choose a category. Anger management is going to be located under mental health and addictions. And next, we will go into narrow our search to anger management. And as you can see, we have Breaking Free and DuPage County Psychological Services offering anger management services to Naperville residents. So once we've found the resources that we want to share, we have a number of options for how to share those. From the main results page, you can go and select any that you would want to print out. Select print options basic information and you'll get a nice page with the name, the address, the phone number, and the website to share with someone. You can also print out the full details of the list. And from a specific resource, you can go and have it sent straight to an email. Just enter in an email address and you will get information directly in your inbox. This can be helpful if somebody doesn't want to take a piece of paper home with them, if they are suspicious of being sent directly to the place. You can also text it straight to somebody's phone. Just enter their phone number and select the carrier, and it'll send the SMS message with breaking free, the address, the phone number, and the website. And you can also print directly the full details from the page. Once you get a little more comfortable using CRIS, you might find that you are often making the same recommendations, that there are a group of resources that you recommend together often, or you just want to have easy access to those. You can go on and make an account. As you can see, I just logged into my account, and you can see what I've recently viewed. And you can also manage resource groups. Those resource groups you can create names for. If you wanted to save all the food pantries in Naperville or that serve Naperville, you can do that. And you can add resources directly to those resource groups. So as you can see, food pantries in Wheaton, you can go and view that I have saved the Glen Ellen Food Pantry, the Hands of Hope Food Pantry, and the West Chicago Church of Christ Food Pantry, obviously, which are not in Wheaton, but do serve Wheaton. And that will give you the latest information. The information will be the latest information we have on our webpage. And that way, if you want to print them out as a group, you can do that just the same way. Check all on the page, print selected resources. You can also, if you want them to add them to a different group, you can select the group and add them in. Just click Add to Group. You can always create a new group as well. So just enter a new group name and click Create. So as we were working on making DuPage CRIS better, making it more user-friendly and more comprehensive, we have just a slight request from us to you. Hopefully it won't be something too time-consuming or too hard, but if you notice that we're missing something, if you notice that information is wrong, if you are talking to somebody and they say, oh, we have this new resource that just opened, all we really want is you to come and let us know. You can come to me with the name of the resource. If you have a phone number or a website, that's great, but I can do all that information to add something in. If you're searching through and say, we don't have any resources for this specific topic, come to me and say, hey, can you do some research on this topic? And that would be great. So it's just a constant cycle of you providing feedback, us making it better, and then something changes again, and we have to go back and make that change, thanks to you letting us know that that change needs to be made. You can contact us through the website. You can verify information directly on the website through your account. You can also email us at communitypoint@dupageco.org. And for this training specifically, you can use the SurveyMonkey link, which I will provide you with in an email, or is located right there, to give us a little feedback on what was helpful, if there was anything that would make it more helpful, and hopefully this can be something that becomes second nature. I'm always willing to answer questions, or if there are problems, just come and let me know. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day and use CRIS.